G'day folks, Chris here from Bicycle Colorado. I want to give a huge shout out to our members. Thank you so much for supporting our work. You're all awesome. And if you're not a member with us right now, please consider jumping on board with us. We do some fantastic work here in the state of Colorado. We really just aim to make bicycling better, safer and more accessible for everyone who lives here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to adjust your brakes. So today we're going to be using a kid's bike which has a V-brake style setup here. So this is quite a common brake you'll see on a lot of different bikes. So our brake consists of three main parts. We have our brake lever, we have our brake cable, and we have our brake caliper. So we squeeze our brake lever, which then pulls on our brake cable, which then engages these two arms to squeeze the brake pads onto our wheel to slow ourselves down. So if your brake lever feels a little bit hard to pull, a little bit sticky, okay, most likely it's this brake cable that's going to be needing to be replaced. So this brake cable consists of a wire that runs all the way through this black outer casing, and over time that starts to wear out, especially if you ride in wet or muddy conditions. Secondly, we want to make sure our brake pads here are sitting nice and evenly and are going to connect flat to our brake surface, in this case our rim here. So we can adjust the height of those by simply using an Allen key, loosening this bolt here and making sure that they're sitting nice and flat to engage on that rim. Lastly, we want to make sure our brake arms here are going to engage evenly when squeezed. So you can see they're just a little bit out here, that perhaps this arm hits the rim first before this one does. How do we adjust this? Very easily with just a screwdriver. So on each of these brake arms, you'll notice two tiny screws that live at the bottom. If we go ahead and get our screwdriver, and if we back these screws outwards, you'll see this arm will start to move inwards. And the opposite happens if we screw inwards. All of a sudden this arm starts to move outwards. So it really is a matter of using both sides and both screws to go back and forth in adjusting them to then make sure that those brakes are going to connect evenly when we squeeze from our brake lever. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope this helps, and stay safe out there.